Hi, my name is Matt. I'm an attorney with Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic, and thank you for joining us this evening. And then I'll allow Elizabeth to introduce herself.
Hola, eso es Matt y Elizabeth, y él es el abogado que va a hablar esta noche. Yo soy la intérprete.
Sorry for the little delay. We had some technical difficulties, but we're ready to start now.
Disculpa por la demora, teníamos problemas técnicos, pero estamos listos ahora.
Okay, I want to say before we get started that the information I'm going to give you is legal information, not legal advice. The information I'm going to give you is legal information, not legal advice.
Antes de empezar, quiero decirles que la información que voy a darles es consejo legal, ¿verdad? No es consejo oficial.
If you need legal advice, you can contact our office. The number is in the chat box below. So if you need any kind of legal advice, please contact our office. The number is in that chat box below.
El número, si necesita consejo oficial, el número está en los comentarios.
Tonight we're going to talk about a driver's license issue, but we do other, we help with other legal matters at the clinic besides driver's license issues.
Esta noche vamos a hablar de la licencia de manejar y cosas en relación con la licencia de manejar, pero también hablamos de otras cosas cada martes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my PowerPoint here. Let's see. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is how to get a copy of your driving record. So we're going to first talk about how to get a copy of your driving record.
La primera cosa que vamos a hablar de es cómo conseguir una copia de su registro de manejar.
The easiest way to get a copy of your driving record is to go to the website mybmv.com. mybmv.com.
La manera más fácil para obtener su registro es para entrar en el enlace mybmv.com.
When you go and pull your driving record, you may see that you have something on your driving record that's called a reinstatement fee. You pull your driving record and you see it and it says reinstatement fee.
Es posible que cuando entras en la página vas a ver que tienes una tarifa de restablecimiento o reinstatement fee.
So a reinstatement fee is when a person drives without insurance.
Una tarifa de restablecimiento es cuando una persona maneja sin seguro.
So if you drive without car insurance and you're caught, you're going to get a reinstatement fee.
Si manejas sin seguro y ellos han dado cuenta, van a recibir una tarifa de restablecimiento.
The first time you're caught, you're going to be charged $250. If you're caught a second time, it's $500, and a third time is $1,000. So the first time you're caught, you have to pay $250. The second time is $500, and the third time is $1,000.
La primera vez que reciben la suspensión, van a pagar $250, la segunda vez van a pagar $500 y la tercera vez van a pagar $1,000.
And your license is suspended until you pay those fees.
No puede usar la licencia de manejar hasta que pueden pagar el dinero.
So again, just to repeat, if you drive without insurance and you're caught, you're going to get a reinstatement fee. And your license will be suspended until you pay it.
Entonces, si manejas sin seguro, no vas a tener la licencia hasta que pagas la multa.
Okay. Let's skip here. Okay. Okay. But there's some people that can't pay a reinstatement fee. Maybe you don't have the money to pay a reinstatement fee. So now we're going to talk about how to get those fees waived.
Pero gente que no puede pagar la tarifa de restablecimiento. Entonces, vamos a hablar hoy de cómo puedes conseguir una dispensa de tarifa de restablecimiento.
So the good news is that a court can waive those reinstatement fees.
Un corte puede darte puede decir que no tiene que pagar la tarifa.
Later, I'm going to show you where you go to get those forms to waive the reinstatement fees, but right now we're just going to talk about it. So again, I will show you later on where to get the forms to waive the fees, but right now we're just going to talk about it.
Más adelante voy a mostrarles dónde puede ir para conseguir los formularios, pero ahora solo vamos a hablar sobre el proceso.
The first thing to know is that when you file these forms, you have to file them in the county where you live.
Entonces, la primera cosa que hay que saber es hay que llenar el formulario en la municipalidad donde viven.
So if you live in Indianapolis in Marion County, you have to file the forms in Marion County.
Entonces, si vives en la municipalidad de Marion County, hay que llenar el formulario en la municipalidad de Marion County.
Okay, so the court can waive your reinstatement fee if it finds that, one, you're indigent. That just means you can't afford to pay it. Two, you have car insurance. And three, reinstatement is appropriate in light of your character and the circumstances surrounding your suspension. I'll talk about each one of these, but just know that the court can waive the fee if it finds that you're indigent. That just means you can't afford to pay it. Two, you have insurance. And three, reinstatement is appropriate in light of your character and the circumstances surrounding your suspension.
Entonces, el corte puede darte una dispensa debido a tres razones. La primera razón, si una persona es indignada o si no se puede pagar. Dos, si tiene seguro. O tres, si una persona tiene un personaje que tiene razón que está bien.
So first you have to show to the court that you can't afford to pay it.
Entonces, primero hay que mostrar al corte que no se puede pagar la tarifa.
This is usually done by listing out your income and listing out your expenses. So you do a little budget. It's usually done by listing out your income and then your expenses. So you do a budget.
Entonces, para mostrar al corte que no se puede pagar, hay que crear una lista de su sueldo y sus costes.
So you have to show that after you pay all your expenses, you don't have any money left over to pay those fees.
Y hay que enseñar que después de has pagado todos sus costes, no se puede pagar la tarifa.
You also have to show that you have car insurance. So before you ask a court to waive your reinstatement fees, you have to go purchase car insurance. That's very important. Before you go and ask the court to waive your reinstatement fees, you have to purchase car insurance.
Antes del corte puede darse la dispensa, hay que enseñar que tienes el seguro de carro.
You also need to show to the court that you have good character, that you are sorry for the mistake you made and that you won't do it again.
Además, tiene que enseñar al corte que tienes el personaje que quiere que todos pueden perdonarte para la cosa que ha hecho.
Okay. One thing that I want to make clear is that you have to file it again in the county where you live.
Es muy importante que usted sabe que hay que archivar en la municipalidad donde vive.
So let's say you're pulled over. We're going to do an example. Let's say you live in Marion County, but you're pulled over without insurance in Hamilton County. So again, let's say you live in Marion County, but you're pulled over by the police without insurance in Hamilton County.
Entonces, por ejemplo, vamos a decir que vives en la municipalidad de Marion County, pero cuando estás dentro de la municipalidad de Hamilton County, recibes una multa.
You still have to file the petition in Marion County where you live, not where you were pulled over, but where you live.
Todavía tienes que archivar en la municipalidad de Marion County, no en Hamilton County, sino en Marion County.
Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is the court may not waive the whole amount of your fee. The court may waive part of it.
Quiero decirles que es posible que solo vas a recibir una dispensa parcial, no la dispensa entera, sino una dispensa parcial.
And if the court waives part of the fee, that means you have to pay the rest of the fee.
Si el corte te da una dispensa parcial, significa que tú tienes que pagar el resto.
Okay. Know that when you file a petition, there could be a hearing on the issue. So you may have to go to court for a hearing on it once you file a petition.
Después de has llenado su petición, es posible que van a tener una visita.
So here's what I suggest you do before you file to get your reinstatement fees waived. First, you need to do a budget. You need to write down on a piece of paper your income and expenses. So before you even think about getting your reinstatement fees waived, you need to write down your income and your expenses.
Entonces, tengo algunas sugerencias que deben hacer antes de antes de ir al corte. Primero, hay que crear un presupuesto. Hay que crear una lista de su sueldo y sus costes.
And it's helpful to get a copy of your proof of income, so like your pay stubs from your job. It's helpful to get a copy of your pay stubs when you submit those with your petition to the court. That way you can prove how much you owe. I'll say that again. It's helpful to get a copy of your pay stubs when you file the petition with the court. That way you can prove how much income you earn.
Es muy ayudable si puede tener un copia de su billete de pagar para que puedan mostrar al corte la cantidad de dinero que recibe oficialmente en su sueldo.
You also need to actually get your insurance documents when you file with the court and send that in with the petition. So when you file the petition, you also have to give to the court proof of your car insurance.
Además, hay que enviar al corte su documento de seguro.
Okay. When you file the reinstatement fee, there are 3 documents you have to file with it. And again, I'll show you where to find those at the end. But when you file the reinstate to get your reinstatement fee waived, you have to submit 3 documents. And those documents are the appearance, verified petition, and proposed order. Appearance, verified petition, and proposed order.
Entonces, cuando llenan su documento al corte, hay 3 cosas que tienen que llenar. Primero es el aspecto, segundo es la petición verificada y tercera es el pedido que has propuesto.
The appearance is where you give your personal information on, like your address, your telephone number, and your email.
La primera cosa, el appearance, el aspecto, es donde van a dar su información personal, su número de teléfono, su dirección. I'm sorry, what did you say after address?
Yeah, so it's where you give your address, your telephone number, and your email.
Ok, entonces van a dar 3 cosas de su información personal, su dirección, su número y su correo electrónico.
Yeah. And then the next document is the petition, and that's where you ask the court to waive your fee. So on the petition, that's where you ask the court to waive your fee.
La petición es donde usted va a pedir para recibir la dispensa del corte.
And then the final document is the proposed order, and that's what you want the judge to sign. That's what the order says, that the judge will waive your fees. And so that's what you want the judge to sign.
El orden es la cosa que dice al juez que quiere para que él pueda firmar.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you the forms.
Entonces ahora vamos a enseñarles los formularios.
And just as a reminder, before I show you the forms, If you have any questions, you can type them into the chat box. If you have any questions, you can type those into the chat box.
Y para que ustedes saben, si tienen preguntas o comentarios, pueden ponerlos en el comentario.
So the website to get the forms is indianalegalhelp.org, indianalegalhelp.org.
Entonces el sitio está aquí, es indianalegalhelp.org.
When you go to the website, then you click on, at the far right here, it's self-help forms. When you go to the website, you're going to click on the far right to self-help forms.
Entonces, con un clic, hay que hacer un clic en self-help forms, en autoayuda formulario.
And then at the bottom of the page, you click I agree. At the bottom of the page, you click I agree.
Hay que presionar en I agree, de acuerdo.
And then you go to the part where it says driving privileges. So you click on the driving privileges category.
Hay que clicar en los privilegios de manejar.
And then you go to the part where it says petition for waiver of B&B reinstatement fees. Petition for waiver of B&B reinstatement fees.
Y hay que entrar en la página que dice petición de dispensa para la tarifa de restablecimiento.
And then it has the instructions plus the forms.
Y a la derecha pueden ver las instrucciones y también los formularios.
So one more time, the website you go to is indianalegalhelp.org.
Y una vez más, el sitio se llama indianalegalhelp.org.
But if you have questions about the forms or you would like our help with it, you should contact our office and we might be able to help you. So if you need help with the forms, contact our office and we might be able to help you.
Pero si usted necesita ayuda con los formularios, hay que comunicar con la oficina y es posible que podamos ayudarlos.
Another thing I want to talk about is traffic tickets. So traffic tickets.
Otra cosa que queremos hablar de son las multas de tráfico.
So these would be when you get a ticket for speeding or running a red light.
Entonces, vamos a hablar de la multa por exceso de velocidad o para no parar en un semáforo rojo.
If you have these tickets on your driving record, you need to pay those tickets before you ask the court to waive your reinstatement fees. So again, if you have traffic tickets on your driving record, you need to pay those tickets before you ask the court to waive your reinstatement fees.
Entonces, si tienen ustedes infracciones de tráfico, hay que pagar antes de la petición de dispensa de tarifa de restablecimiento. Hay que pagar antes las infracciones.
Also, if you don't pay your child support payments, so if you don't pay your child support payments, you may get a suspension on your license. If you don't pay your child support payments, you may get a suspension on your license.
Además, si no pagas la manutención, es posible que van a recibir una suspensión de su licencia de manejar.
If you have a child support suspension, you need to start paying your child support before you ask the court to waive your reinstatement fees. So if you have a child support suspension, you need to start paying your child support before you ask the court to waive your reinstatement fees.
Si tiene una suspensión de manutención, hay que pagar antes de pedir la dispensa de tarifa de restablecimiento. Hay que pagar la manutención antes.
Okay, I'll do a quick review. If you drive without car insurance and you're pulled over, you're going to get your license suspended and you're going to owe reinstatement fees. If you drive without insurance and you get pulled over, you're going to get your license suspended and owe reinstatement fees.
Para repasar, si ustedes manejan sin seguro, van a recibir tarifa de restablecimiento.
And you won't get your license back until you pay your reinstatement fees or a court waives them. You won't get your license back till you pay your reinstatement fees or a court waives them.
Entonces, no van a recibir su licencia hasta que pagas la tarifa de restablecimiento o el corte dice que recibes la dispensa de tarifa de restablecimiento.
And again, if you need our help with this, you can contact our office. We might be able to help you.
Si necesitas ayuda, ustedes pueden comunicar con la oficina y está posible que podemos ayudarles.
If we can't help you, we may be able to give you referrals to other organizations that can. So if we can't help you, we may be able to give you referrals to other organizations that can help you.
Si no podemos ayudarles, podemos darles referentes a otras organizaciones que pueden ayudarles.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. As a reminder, the information we gave to you was legal information and not legal advice. It was legal information, not legal advice.
Entonces, para que ustedes saben, la información que hemos dado esta noche solo es información legal, no es consejo oficial.
Okay, have a good night.
Buenas noches.